Those who have passed over, those in spirit, can put thoughts into your mind. And people often ask, why can't they just come and talk to me? They can't really do that because of free will. They have free will, but you have free will with your life. Your purpose of being here is to learn, is to go through experiences. If those in spirit came to you and say, don't do this, and everything else, there'd be no point in having the experiences. There's no point being here. The most common thing that takes place regularly with myself is when someone comes to see me here, the thought comes into their mind. They may go and look on the computer, and then they think by accident they see one of my videos, or by accident they see something that leads them to one of the videos. The point is, these aren't accidents. And often people, a gentleman who came to see me last week, the thought was in his mind all of a sudden that he needed to come and see me. He couldn't understand why he needed to see me, but the thought was there. It was quite strong. But it is his free will to come and see me, and I managed to help him. And really, this is what happens all the time. And in a circle situation, when you're training people, you're basically bringing the two worlds together. In the circle that I was running last night, I ran several circles. When the two worlds come together, it's quite astounding what can take place. There isn't supposed to be this separation. So you create a wonderful atmosphere. You've got all the love. Love is the key to everything within the circle. And then people believe they can't do things. But if you open your minds up in a circle situation, then it's possible. And last night, everybody in the circle, one of the exercises near the end of the evening, was to allow someone to pass on words to you. I'm not talking about going into trance. I'm not talking about spirit taking over your body and then speaking, which is what trance is. This is just relaxing and allowing spirit to come through. And everybody in the circle passed on some words which were absolutely beautiful. And it wasn't their words. This is not the sort of words they would come up with. So that's how spirit can draw close to you. But they're not going to come to you and say, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm sure many of you watching these videos have had clairvoyance. They can say to you, have the courage to continue what you're doing, or be careful which pathway you go on. They can do that. But you have free will, and they can't interfere with the free will. With this type of thing, when I'm talking about those drawing close into a circle, in a circle situation, as long as it's protected circle, you say your prayers, they can draw so much closer. What you must never do with this sort of thing is suddenly sit there with no training, perhaps sitting with someone who isn't a teacher, and just open yourself up, because it won't necessarily then be loved ones or people. It could be any spirit drawing close. And in situations like that, often the wrong one draws close and can latch to you. And someone can be possessed, or the spirit can attach them to them. And that's what I'm having to sort out all the time. But my point is, often in your life, when thoughts come into your mind, sometimes you want to make a big decision and you think, what should I do? Often a thought will come into your mind. You won't know whether it's your thought or their thought. They can put a good idea, give you a brainwave, what often people call it. And you'll think, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that. The point is, they put the thought into your mind, but your free will is chosen to follow that. And that's how they can help you. And that happens all the time. Thank you for listening.